come on. Da, da, da.
Great. Yep. Let's see if I can view the stream.
Can day two set reminder. Don't wait that.
Takes a few seconds for it to come live.
Yeah.
So. Ah,
There we
there it
go.
is. That was
All
quick,
right.
actually. Right, I'm going to post it on the Discord, and then we're golden. And I'm going to get them to kick off the map bands. So have you got the
Alrighty.
map band link? Have you got the map band link?
Not
Or-
yet. Hold on.
I will
Is it in
post
the
it.
casters? Yeah.
It is posted now. There you go.
Alrighty. Perfect.
Map bands. Map bands. Okay, cool.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming in to see this. This is the Red Dragons versus Game of Drones. Game number 2 for our tournament today.
Yeah.
So, one
Interesting
of the
matchup.
yeah, it definitely interesting matchup. One of the things that we kind of didn't really talk about last time, and it already looks like Game of Drones have banned out Bank here. But one of the things we didn't really talk about when it came to Santa and Barney was what they need to do for today. It also looks like Red
Yeah.
Dragon banned Consulate. But Red Dragons right now are right behind Mozzie Osborne. So really what they need to do is they need this win. Bad.
Yep. And there goes Coastline. Game of Drones just got rid of Coastline there.
Yeah, and it looks like Villa gets taken out by Red Dragon, and then Game
And
of
then Cafe.
Drones takes out Cafe. So it is Border or Clubhouse.
Or Clubhouse.
For
Back
this.
to Clubhouse again.
I
feel like
really
we've done
hope-
a lot of Clubhouse.
Yep,
Ah!
Clubhouse it is. It is Clubhouse.
There we
I
go.
was
We're always
hoping
at Clubhouse.
that it wouldn't be because I didn't want to change it because it was already on Border. So who do we have starting on attack, my dear man, Magpie?
We have got. Oh, just double check your settings before we kick into
It
this
hasn't
one.
changed. I just left it the same way it was.
Fantastic. So, Game of Drones are defending, so that means that the orange side are attacking.
Yes,
which
it is.
the
Alrighty,
red
ladies and
Dragons.
gentlemen. Here we go. Hopefully everybody's ready. If they're not, I feel really bad because they should be getting ready right now.
Yeah, should definitely be ready now.
Game number 2 on Clubhouse. And let us see who Game of Drones bans first on attack here, as they're starting out on defense.
So yeah, it should be an interesting old matchup. I wonder who they're going to ban here. Can't
It's
think
a
of any
Maverick.
target bans. Ah,
Honestly,
Interesting.
not a horrible idea. Pretty solid. He's able to take out the hatches and everything, and even if you got him kited, you're still
He is
able
a
to take out
pain
the
in the ass.
hatches.
yeah. And now as a bandit main, I absolutely despise it.
And let's see what Red Dragons does here for their attack ban, and they take out Monty.
Ooh.
Kind of strange considering they're starting out on attack here, taking out the
Yeah.
Monty. Maybe it's
Definitely
a target.
interesting.
I feel like it's potentially a target.
Yeah, I'm wondering on who on the who uses Monty, but I can't think. Top of my head.
And,
But he is a pain to play against.
and it looks like Red Dragons also takes out Echo on defense there.
Yep.
I mean, I
Standard
feel like we're all
ban
kind of
at this
behind
point.
that. It's all right. It's good.
Yeah, it's your classic ban. It's your basic. Who do we ban? Yeah, Echo.
Exactly. And it looks like Game of Drones is going to do their defensive ban here. Let's see. They see. Oh, they took out Legion. Very interesting. Considering that
Okay.
Legion is viable on. Let me think. How many sites are there in Siege?
Most of the sites.
Exactly.
All
Every
sites.
single site, Legion works well.
He's always viable.
Maybe it's
I
a target
guess-
ban, but that still feels like a really silly target ban.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that was for. I mean, he is a pain to play against. Like, maybe they're just anticipating when they come around to the attacks, they just don't want to deal with him, and that's got to be the case here.
More than likely.
although I just wouldn't say that was much of an issue there with that. I'd rather have Legion on my side while I was defending, but
Well, it
up
looks
to
like-
those guys.
It looks like we're going down to Church Arsenal for our first defense here. And we've got Mozzie, Mira, Bandit, Jaeger, and Maestro. Looks like the Mozzie is getting switched off for a Kaid. On attack, it is Thatcher, Hibana, Nomad, Sledge, and Thermite. Not bad. Double hard
Pretty
breach.
standard.
I
Yeah.
like it. And they've got double breach denial, which is good.
Yeah.
All you need to do, if
Attackers
you can
need to
bait
locate
out
and
those
defuse as
three,
many bombs as they can.
3 EMPs, you're pretty solid, to be fair.
Absolutely. I think it's interesting. The mirror. Is she going to go on the church wall? Do you reckon there?
It looks like she's putting one facing into blue there. Very
That
interesting.
can easily be shot out for
Dirt
construction
tunnel?
if they don't hold that properly. Yeah.
And-
Dirt tunnel, of course. That's what, yeah.
Dirt tunnel, I mean,
10
it's,
seconds left.
I feel it's risky, but I feel that they have a pretty solid plan with it.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yeah. They better do.
Exactly. And it looks like our other Mira might potentially go here in church and watch it towards the main stairs there. And that's where it looks like it's going there.
Yeah.
And so far it looks like Red Dragons is just trying to figure out exactly where they want to go. So far it doesn't look like anybody's in the building yet, just doing a little bit of droning here. And I say that as soon as Moody uses that big old breaching hammer to bust open a barricade and show his presence. It looks like they're going to go for the hatch here and stock to try and open it up. And they've got Jaeger hanging out down here in blue to try and cover that hatch there once it finally gets blown open. And it looks like everybody's just kind of hanging out. Kaid's waiting to trick one of these hatches here.
Diffuser has been dropped.
And it looks like we're moving over towards kitchen to try and get that hatch done there. And we've got Pig hanging down below. Looks like he's going to try and impact trick it, and he does! Impact tricks the Hibana charges. That means that she's got one left to use there. No, it looks like she is all out of her charges. Good thing they brought the thermite to be able to try and combat this. And it looks like they're pushing a little bit towards stock, but that ADS of the Jaeger's being able to prevent anything from happening there. And even then, they've got the Bandit here on the Mira window, trying to be able to cover, make sure if anybody comes down here. And it looks like they're going to try and go for the hatch. Let's see if the impact trick works. The impact trick works again in kitchen. And I don't know, are we fully out? There's no exothermic charges, and there's no X-Kairos pellets. So they, from what I can tell,
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
they've got one hatch open. That's all they've got. Other than that, they've got to try and find their way downstairs. And it looks like the Mira's getting into a fight here on the main stairs. And Moody is able to take down Pig here. And it looks like the Mira is just facing down the Hibana through the black mirror here. And nobody's really doing much of anything, just kind of hanging out and a little worried here. But now we've got two coming up from the back here. We've got Thatcher coming up along with Thermite. Bernard's able to take out Alice.
10 seconds left.
Maddox takes out Moody. Chris takes out Maddox. Street takes out Chris. It's a 3v2. Let's see if they can get down the diffuser. Thermite's trying to fight. There's a C4. Two hands takes out Street.
Operators, you are
And
out of
Game of Thrones wins on time.
Wow. Crazy start. I think this is going to be another insane game.
If it is another tie game, I resign right now.
I'm so tired of ties. We need a strong. We need a winner.
We need a win. We need a win.
But that was great. Like I think the impact tracking from Pig Boy really
That was very good.
That was fantastic.
And he timed it out, and he used it very well. For our second site, looks like we're moving to CCTV and Cash. We've got a Clash, Jaeger, Maestro, Bandit, and Valkyrie on defense, with a Thatcher, Hibana, Sledge, Zofia, and Thermite on attack here. Let's see if anybody gets swapped off for maybe another operator. On defense, I wouldn't really move anybody over, but it looks like the Sledge is getting swapped out for a Capital, and it looks like defense is staying the way they are.
Yeah.
Defenders
It's,
protect your bombs from being defused by
It's
attackers.
pretty standard again. Nothing too. I mean, the Clash is interesting. I'm wondering where they're gonna put the Clash. Maybe once the wall is open, they might stick Clash there. But I'm not sure. It doesn't seem right.
And
Maybe.
it looks like Copper got hit a little bit from that impact grenade from the Maestro. He's losing just a little bit of health there.
Located by attackers.
Hey, it's all right. We all have a little bit of friendly fire here and there.
Yeah, not too many team kills so far. I think I've only seen one in the tournament.
There were
So,
several the other games
were there?
that I
Oh,
played,
man.
or that I hosted. I'm sorry. But I think a really good idea for this Clash to maybe try and have her sit down, maybe up top in garage, or maybe even cover this back window so that way the Bandit's able to trick.
You've got to be careful. There's a lot of places that Clash can get shot from behind. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is not a. It's an interesting. Yeah, I wonder if they picked up a strat here. I mean, Spurner, he's definitely going to have a strat.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting to see. I want to see how this pays off.
And it looks like Bernard is going to be hanging out this window, making sure that the Bandit can be able to trick. And it looks like we're getting some shots coming in the garage door there. But we're not having anybody come in, and we've just got the Bandit just practicing his tricking, making sure that he's able to get everything. And it looks like we're going to have the Thermite go up to the top of the wall here and do the little rappel trick. Thatcher ready with an EMP. It looks like we're going for it here. Maybe. We're thinking about it. Looks like we're going for it. And beating on the wall here. Not sure if they were able to take it out, but the wall does get open. So now we have a line of sight here now. And I'm hearing a Capital bolt. It's a little bit of fire. Just setting a little bit of fire underneath Street there, just to kind of move him off to the side. Let's see if he's able to see anything or be able to try and pick off the... Oh, and it looks like Moody's able to take out Copper from upstairs. He's coming around from the back end here. It looks like Moody and Alice are coming around the back end along with Sly. Open up the back wall to try and get Pig to move out of where he's at, because he's going to be a little stuck here. I was say Pig doesn't really have much of anywhere to really go, considering that he's got open Hibana rotations. But Pig's able to take out Alice and get away. He's got a little bit of damage on him, but not too much. He's able to get away scot-free. Chris is able to take out Street now. So it is a 4v3. Bernard takes some damage to the back, but he's able to spin around just enough. And it looks like Bandit's the only one who hasn't lost any health on this defending team. But obviously, Chris can hear some movement around the side, but he's just a little off with the damage that he's got there. C4 comes out to hit two hands and gets him as he's rappelling through the wall. Bernard gets taken down, and it looks like Pig's going to try and come around, and he gets taken out by Moody. And Moody's trying to come around. Chris takes out Bernard, and it is just Maddox by himself. He just saw Thermite, turns around and misses and loses half of his health. Chris is going down for the defuse. He's able to down. The defuse doesn't go down, but they're able to take out the Bandits. And it looks like the Red Dragons pick up this round.
Oh, here we go. Another
It's a
draw.
1v1. Can somebody, please, anybody, win a consecutive round for me? I will pay you money to win a round.
I don't remember
Two in
the
a row.
last time I saw a consecutive round win.
And it looks like we're going right back to CCTV cache. Feels like they're not fully done with that site. We're going to move some of the people around on different operators here. But it looks like we're still going to take that Clash. But nope, switched over to a Goyo at the very last second. We've got a Maestro, Jaeger, Bandit, and we're bringing out the Mute kids. Here's the Mute Club. Magpie, can you recite for me the first rule of Mute Club?
The first rule of Mute Club is to stop drones.
And don't
Is that
talk.
right? And don't talk.
Goyo gets swapped off for a Clash here. An attack. It looks like we have a Thatcher was one
Yep.
of the operators that I saw. Hibana, Capital, Zofia, and also that wonderful Thermite for that good old hard breach.
Lovely. You gotta get that hard breach.
You gotta get it. We're doubling up on her again, but also this time around, we're doubling up on breach denial.
Same. Yeah. It looks like it's pretty much the same strat again. I don't know how much the clash helped them last time. Maybe it was just really good for intel. I don't know. But yeah.
10 seconds to go.
I think Red Dragons have a chance to improve their push.
I think so.
Which is, you know, it wasn't bad last time, but they can definitely like streamline that and get it much more efficient. Yeah, sure.
It was just really fun to watch Capital try and line up that shot. Because, I mean, I tell you what, we all have issues with that every once in a while. You move your thumbstick just slightly, and it screws up everything. So
your whole
we're
thing,
all there.
just not think about it. Just don't think about it. Point and click. Don't. Yeah. Well,
what
don't
you're
do that,
doing is thinking about it. What I need you to do is not.
Exactly.
And so far, it doesn't look like anybody's coming to the building here. We've just got a few drones, and it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a bedroom push. But the Zofia gets down by Street, but luckily, he's got somebody there to help pick him up, or he can withstand. But if he does that, he's going to have 1 HP. But at least he's got Alice there to help pick him up. So it's going to be a full health Hibana and a 20 health Zofia. It looks like Bernard's just zapping away, tasering somebody or something. Maybe a bird or a bee that flew in his face. And it sounds like they're going for the wall, but luckily Maddox was able to get the charge this time around. But we still got 2 EMPs. So let's see if we're going to be able to do her again here. And it looks like Thermite's just trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do. No, he's going to come down and try and get this wall here. It looks like we've got everybody coming up. Apparently there might be a little bit of a run out here. Let's see if we're going to get the wall. Maddox is ready for it. I'm not sure if he goes for the right wall. Looks like he's going to move around. No, he's just sitting here. Sly's not doing anything. Just waiting, seeing if maybe we can try or do it again. Moody is able to take down Street, so now it's a 4v1. And it looks like they're just making this bandit work for it. So far, not really a whole lot of movement here. Sounds like Hibana's throwing out some of those ex-Kairos bullets. Come around. And Moody's just going in there spraying shots, hopefully trying to find somebody. And it looks like that mute's going to run away. I don't really blame him, but he's going to open up the floor, potentially use a C4, try and pick up somebody. Maddox takes out Alice, places the C4 ready for somebody. It sounds like we're going to get the wall open here, and the wall is open. But it doesn't look like anybody's looking at it. But it looks like Bernard's going to come out, be a little ballsy, and there's going to be a little bit of fire separating Pig from there. We've got 15 seconds. It's a 4v4, 3v4. Is able to take out Copper, and then there comes the Zofia. Maddox goes down to Serial. 2 hands takes down Maddox. Pig takes down 2 hands. It's a 2v2, and they lose on time. Defenders win.
No,
it's a 2-1.
Man. Why?
It looks like Game of Thrones just pulls this up.
Wow.
And thank you, Ahmed, for correcting me that it's 5 HP, not 1 HP on Withstand. I did not realize that they changed that.
Man, great job on the casting there. That was really kicking off at the end. It was like 3v2, 4v9.
Yeah. It looks like we're heading back downstairs to Church Arsenal. We've got Castle, Mira, Bandit, Jaeger, Maestro on defense. And take me to church, Thatcher, Zofia, Jackal, Sledge, and Thermite. Just figured I'd try and do a bit of a musical pun. It didn't really work. It was horrible. Thank you for my terrible dad jokes. Castle gets switched off for the Kaid here, and Jackal getting swapped off for that Hibana. So we're definitely doubling up
Yeah.
on these double hard breachers. I don't blame you. It's always good to have that little extra bit of hard breach.
Have the backup there. Always have the backup. Looks like they've swapped Chris to the Hibana this time. I'm wondering if he has. I don't know if he knows a bit more about stopping those tricks, or if he has another way of avoiding it. But yeah, fingers crossed they'll pull off that hatch. Saying that, it would be great
maybe
to see
he
a team
just
win
knows
two in a row,
Japanese.
so-
Maybe that's the reason why they put him on
Maybe
the
that is the
Hibana.
reason why.
He
Yeah,
just
of
knows
course.
how to speak Japanese.
Whereabouts is Pig putting those Maestro cams?
I'm not overly certain here. Let's give us a look here. So far, he hasn't placed any Maestro
5
games.
seconds to go.
Great.
Looks like he's just doing some site construction here.
Attackers
I wonder,
objective
yeah,
is
it's
located
interesting,
bomb.
maybe because I tend to see sometimes people put them in kitchen, but he's not
Yeah.
doing that. So, yeah.
No, I think from what he did last time, he's just opening up some rotation or just some holes there around the site to be able to, or around the hatch there, I'm sorry, to be able to hear what's going on. And it sounds like we've got an exothermic charge going down here on Dirt Tunnel to try and be able to make sure that at least one of those exothermic charges is going to be able to be used. And it sounds like Moody's just throwing some shots somewhere, maybe trying to deter anybody from coming in. And try and maybe just assert some dominance here. I'm going to go with the last one. Just a little bit of droning so far, not really a whole lot of stuff going on. And finally, looks like Pig finally placed his Evil Eyes, and let's see if we can find any one of those. Sounds like the stock hatch is going to go, and an EMP was able to go there on the kitchen hatch. And Maestro is just hanging out down here,
A bomb
waiting
has
to
been
trick.
located.
And it looks like they put the exothermic charge on the floor, but Pig's able to miss it, and there's the hatch open now. And it also looks like the tunnel is open potentially. Yep, the tunnel is open, so now there's a couple different areas that they're going to be able to come down and around to try and take out this team here. It looks like we've got Alice on the Zofia coming around down towards the main stairs, but that Mira's watching those stairs. It sounds like Bernard's trying to trick this hatch to make sure that nothing's going to be able to get through there. And the Zofia just slowly peeking, coming
Attackers have
around,
dropped the bomb
seeing that
diffuser.
black mirror
Attackers
there.
recovered the diffuser.
And it looks like we're going to have the diffuser come down through dirt. It doesn't look like Zophia's going to really push out or anything. She's going to be a little adventurous here, come around, see what's going on over here. But the Mira doesn't
Attackers
necessarily
bomb
have a
diffuser
shot.
has been dropped.
Pig is able to take out two hands, and he's got diffuser in Dirt Tunnel, it looks like. Or potentially up above. No, diffuser's down in Dirt Tunnel, all the way at the end. And here comes Moody to try and pick it up potentially.
Attackers recovered the bomb
He's just
diffuser.
throwing some shots down range there, but he's at least able to pick up the diffuser. It's a 5v4. We've got about 25 seconds left. And we've got a grenade coming down, just barely misses Maddox. Street is able to take down Chris. Slide takes down Pig, and it looks like Moody's going for the defuse. Comes off of it because of the fire from the Jaeger. And it looks like Maddox is trying to get some shots down. Street's able to take out Alice. Moody was trying to go for the plant. Moody takes down Street. And Maddox takes down Moody's at 3v1, but Diffuser doesn't go
Operators are
down.
out of time.
And Game of Drones, is that? It's our first round consecutively won. It's about time.
Oh wow! What a defense! A great defense there from Game of Drones. Absolutely solid.
Very,
You
very
know,
good.
I do think the Red Dragons really did adapt. Actually, like using the thermite instead of the Habana pellets, that threw Pig Boy off seriously. And
Well,
and
what
they
it
managed to get
was
that
is he
hatch,
placed
but-
he placed it on the soft floor.
Yeah,
And-
exactly. It just went out of the
and-
way, and
yeah.
Pig just didn't anticipate it.
He wasn't ready for it and threw that impact in the wrong spot and missed it.
And that's the thing. Like, I reckon Pig could see the sparks coming through, and I bet he's kicking himself that he didn't throw it directly at those sparks. I think maybe he still had his impact trick mind on where he was going to throw it through one of the holes instead. He could have stopped that, but it's unfortunate. But in the end, it didn't matter. They won that round, and they won it very well.
Well, it looks like we're going to Jim Bedroom on this defensive round here. I would like to see Game of Drones pick up 4. That would be quite impressive. But on defense here, we've got Castle, Frost, Jaeger, Smoke, and Bandit. Defense, Thatcher, Zofia, Hibana, Sledge, and Thermite. And so far, everything's going good. It looks like we're going to try and make sure that Bandit can be able to trick that jacuzzi wall, which isn't a horrible idea, but it does kind of close off Jim a little bit to you. But as long as you've got some, impacts or anything, or maybe even a shotgun, be able to open that floor a little bit more. I'm going to give you a little quick peek at the scoreboard here. And that way you can kind of see how everybody's doing and what the distribution is. I do apologize. I seem to be sounding a little hoarse at the moment. I promise it's not because I'm yelling, but it's because I'm yelling.
Yeah, me too. I've got a mega cold, so sort of working my way through this match right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think we all are. And it looks like Zofia's going to open up the wall over here, CCTV cache, and it looks like the Jaeger's coming around, but Jaeger gets taken down there. 4v5 very early on, but it looks like we've got somebody coming around here to maybe contest that. It looks like Bernard's going to try and come around the back end, and it looks like Alice here has lost about 75 of her health here. But then we've got the Frost hanging out over here, just seeing around in construction. Make sure if anybody comes around and peeks there, might be able to pick off Alice. And so far, it doesn't look like they fully got the smoke. They might have been able to see him. But it looks like they're going to try and go for this wall here. And we're going to see if the Bandit's going to be able to trick, but it looks like the smoke gets into a bit of a gunfight. Bernard is able to finish off Alice, which is good. Maddox gets a little bit shot at there and takes a little bit of his damage. Looks like one of the exothermic charges gets taken out here. And we're starting to hear some Hibana charges going there from the construction wall.
Clearing the way.
Trying to open it up, make sure that we can get everything going here. And I'm not sure if Bandit's going around. No, he's just hanging out, waiting to try and trick and make sure that he can get all those exothermic charges. So far, not a lot of movement here. Just a decent amount of drone work. It's never a bad thing to do some drone work. But it looks like we've got eyes here into B, and the only person really watching it was Maddox, who just gets taken out by Chris. Moody's in sight. And then finally, they get the wall open. Let's see if Pig's going to be able to do anything here. No, he gets tagged a little bit. And then Copper is able to take down Chris. It's a 3v3. And it looks like we've got full control of B. Two Hands is coming in for the defuse, and it looks like Pig's going to try and come up the stairs to sneak around to get something. His shots notify everybody that he's coming up the stairs. It looks like he's getting ready. Moody takes out Bernard. C4 goes down, but he gets killed before the C4 can go off, and Moody finishes off Copper, and Red Dragons wins the round.
There we go. Red Dragons is pulling back another round, so it's not over for them yet. They're not drawing anymore, but yeah, that was a great attack round from those guys. Really, really solid. Some really good plays. Just getting in on site, doing it very efficient. Just like do this, do this, do this, and then plant down, win the gunfight.
Also, just the momentum swing, hopefully, for them as they switch over to defense. Winning that last round, coming in, feeling good about it. And it looks like we're going to go to Jim Bedroom as our first site on defense here. We've got Jaeger, Valkyrie, Maestro, Bandit, Castle. And on attack, we have Hibana, Zofia, Nomad, Thermite, and Thatcher. So it looks like we're still going to be doubling up on those hard breachers.
Yep.
And we're also taking some post-plant, which is really good. And it looks like the Maestro's going to get 6-pick off for a Mira. Doesn't look like any of the attack is really going to change. which I wouldn't say that needs to be changed. That's a pretty
No.
solid lineup
No,
there.
it's a solid lineup, absolutely, and they've got everything they need to counter this. Maybe the mirror might be a bit difficult for them, but they do have a Hibana there. Yeah, I think they're going to be all right. I think that both sides have got a really solid lineup. I think this really could be anyone's round, to be honest.
I'm just kind of wondering where that Hibana's gonna, or not the Hibana, I'm sorry, but where the Miras are going to be set
Yes.
up on this site.
If it's was it yes? Yeah, that was what they did last time.
And so far, Mira hasn't done any of her Miras here. She's just running around with that ITA 12S, just helping out, doing a little bit of site construction, or what we like to call in the construction biz, renovation work.
Attackers are heading out to the bomb.
You in the construction biz?
I used to was. I ain't not no more. It was fantastic pay, let me tell you. My boss was horrible though.
I bet it was. Oh, great. And that's why you're doing this now.
If I was getting paid for this, I would feel so good, but I'm not getting paid for it. Alrighty, let's see if we've got any of these Miras set up here, and it looks like both Miras set up here in the bathroom. So a little interesting. It looks like Moody's trying to get the bandit trick here, but it sounds like one of the Miras gets popped. I'm not sure if it was by Mira herself.
I think it was Mira herself. I think this is a strat they did yesterday. Yeah, same strat.
It looks like Maddox is just waiting here to try and get this wall because Bandit just keeps trying to trick it. And it looks like Zofia might open up this castle barricade leading into B. No, thinks twice about it. Not really wanting to do it. Looks like both Heart Breachers are just staring at Jacuzzi Wall. Just waiting for the Thatcher to try and do something. But it looks like Thatcher and Zofia are coming over towards Jim. And it looks like the thermite charge gets taken out. But it looks like maybe they're going to try and contest this from the gym window. But they have no impact charges from the Zofia to take out that castle barricade. So realistically, there's nothing that they can do. And Thatcher doesn't have any EMPs. And Two Hands is able to take out Copper. And that was a wonderful shot. I'm not even sure where that was from. Maybe it was from construction. But it looks like Alice is just hanging out over here, and Cash potentially got droned out here from Street. But Street's going to try and come around and see if maybe he can get the Alice. No, just misses the shot. Moody gets taken. Moody takes out Big here. Alice takes out Street. And it is a 5v2. It's just the Heart Breachers who can't really do anything on their own, but it looks like they're going to try and do something, and it looks like Maddox just missed the Valkyrie come around, but the Valkyrie's coming around putting shots into her, but Maddox is able to take out the Valkyrie, then gets taken out by Two Hands here, and it's a 1v4, the Hibana all by herself. Two Hands almost takes her out, but doesn't able fully commit to it. She's going to try and come around, and she's got to try and figure out what to do here. Hibana comes around and instantly gets taken out, and the Red Dragons win a consecutive round.
That's it, and brings it back up to another tie. We're looking at a lot of ties at the moment.
We really are. I really hope that it's not going to be another tie.
I mean, that's testament just to the teams. They're really solid teams. They're really well balanced. They've been... And yeah, it's really paying off. That was a fantastic defense.
It was very good.
Probably one of the harder defense sites on this map as well. So I think they really.
I would say that, but then again, there is Bar.
There is Bar, yeah.
There's Bar in stock.
No one talks about Bar. But to be honest, you know what? If someone played Bar, I'd give them a round for free.
You know.
Because well done. Thank you for picking Bar. I've never seen a defense on Bar.
It looks like we're going down towards Church Arsenal. We almost had a Capkin, but it gets swapped out for an Ela. We've got Jaeger, Mute, Valkyrie, and Bandit here on defense, with on attack Hibana, Zofia, Nomad, Thermite, and Thatcher. Basically just a replay of what they had last
Pretty
time.
much, yeah.
It
And we
worked
know
out
that-
for them. I just
Yeah.
feel resource management wasn't
Yeah.
in their favor.
Not quite. And I think we know Jamie's Two Hands is going to be playing the Ela shotgun this round for sure. He's going to be getting up in their faces and probably causing a lot of salt if he pulls off a cover. So
You know,
it's,
I don't
gonna be a
know
swingy
any
round.
person alive who enjoys going up against Ela's shotgun. And
Isn't she
there
getting
we
a nerf?
go.
I'm pretty sure she's getting nerf, right?
She is getting a little bit of a nerf, but it brings that Scorpion back into play, and that damn thing
and that-
used to be a laser
Used to be
beam.
insane. Used to be. And now it's just random. Oh look, interesting Ela placements for Jamie as well there. I like those.
Oh yeah. We are very sorry. Some of us have been playing together for quite some time, so we might accidentally say somebody's name rather than the gamer tag. So if we
Yeah.
happen to do that, we will try and correct ourselves as quick as possible, so you, the viewer, are not confused.
I've never called Two Hands before this tournament.
And it looks like potentially, speaking of Two Hands, gets droned out up here in cash, but I'm not overly certain if he did. And it looks like we've already got some movement into stocks. Hibana's already trying to go for that stock hatch and is able to get it, and really easily because there's not a Kaid. So these hatches are free reign. And it looks like we've got all of Game of Drones on the site here, or not on the site, I'm sorry, but on the map, in the building, trying to figure out where they need to go, who they need to take out, and what they want to do here. And it's just a little bit of reconstruction here. And it looks like Zofia's already out of all those concussion grenades, but we're opening up the floor with breach charges, getting all of these hatches, and it looks like somebody might be able to see the Valkyrie, but no, she's just on the other side of the door there. So far, nobody's really lost any health unless it was accidentally a misstep. But it's a 5v5, we've got 1:10 left, there's some time for everything to change, and it looks like Sly just happens to miss the Thermite as he comes around, but he gets slightly tagged. It looks like we're going to open up this church wall here. And Bernard moves just before he can see the Bandit, but he gets a few shots taken at him, and Moody takes out Copper here. And it looks like he was playing here from blue. And it looks like Bernard, or Pig, I'm sorry, is able to take down Chris. Maddox takes down Moody. It's a 4v3, and it looks like the play is here in church. Bernard is putting down the diffuser. Maddox is trying to see if he can maybe try and catch somebody here. Diffuser goes down, and we've got Pig at less than 25 health. And it looks like Maddox is able to take down Sly, so it is a 4v2. So far, everybody's just trying to hang out here. And there's that Ela shotgun, but sadly, she gets taken out. And it's just the Jaeger, and Jaeger gets taken out. And it's Game of Drones round.
And I was eating some Pringles, and I was eating them more and more aggressively as that round went on. That was insane. It was a good win for Game of Drones. It's nice to get that attack win. Puts the pressure on. They now have the lead again, after winning those 2 consecutive rounds. So I think this is, if they can win another round consecutively, it's rare, but if they can do it, then they're in a really good position. I think they're going to feel very confident. I reckon the Red Dragons will start to feel a little, the pressure is probably on right now for them.
More than likely. And it looks like we're heading down, we're heading up now to CCTV and Cash. We've got Maestro, Jaeger, Mute, Bandit, and Castle all on defense. Hibana, Zofia, Nomad, Thermite, originally a Blackbeard, gets swapped over to that Thatcher. I guess the 6 pick there was just try to, maybe try and get the defense a little worried there. I mean, honestly, I hate when I go up against a Blackbeard.
Everyone hates going up against Blackbeard.
It feels like he's got a 30-foot deep concrete slab sitting on top of that gun, but when you use it, it feels like you have a very thin piece of tracing paper just right in front of you.
It's so true.
Yeah, and they're probably thinking they're going to be holding some windows or something like that, so they're probably going to be a bit worried about going near those windows. But maybe they know the Thatcher's coming. Like, there's no way they're not going to take Thatcher
obviously.
On this round, so.
I mean, if they don't, I will be very sad, to say the least. But also, they've got Zofia on the board. All she's got to do is come downstairs into this little room here that I'm showing you, and then just shoot up into the ceiling above.
Yep.
And what that does is it opens up the floor so that way the bandit can't trick anymore. And in case you didn't know that, there's a fun little tip for you. It looks like Chris has already lost half of his health here.
What?
I'm not sure if potentially he was using his C4 because it is gone to try and open up a rotation hole, and just happened to be a bit too close to that explosion. But stranger things have happened. And it looks like the Jaeger gets droned out in bedroom here. Hopefully that intel gets moved on to his teammates. But he moves around and he almost has a fantastic shot on the Thatcher. It's just a shame that he doesn't know. And it looks like the Jaeger gets droned out here again. And just a little bit of fire. Notice that somebody is on that window, just isn't able to do anything about it. And there we go, we have Pig coming in through, but sadly the Jaeger doesn't know that he is through. And it looks like we've got most of Game of Drones, all of Game of Drones, just hanging out in this little area. And it looks like the Jaeger's going to try and come around here, see if he's going to be able to pick off anybody. But there's 2 players from Game of Drones, and he gets taken out from the Hibana in logistics. Or, I'm sorry, Pig actually finishes off the kill. It was just Hibana who started putting on the damage here. And there's the Maestro down. Hopefully his camps are in a good place. And then the Zofia gets knocked down. She's going to be getting picked up here, but it looks like she was going to try and do the withstand. Decides against it. Thermite's opening up the construction wall. They're into cash, and it looks like Chris almost had a shot there. Had another shot, missed both of them. And he is all by his lonesome. And he's able to take down Maddox here, at least downs him, which is the Thermite. It is a 4v3. Chris is able to finish off Maddox, but then Zofia's throwing in both of those concussions. Bernards takes out Moody. Pig takes out Chris. It's a 4v1. Slide takes down Pig and Copper. Street going for the defuse, and it is just Sly by himself, and he gets taken out. And it is the Red Dragons taking the round. We are back to a 4v4.
Game of Drones, you mean, taking the round? So that's
was it Game of Drones? Yes, it was.
That was Game of Drones.
Yes, it was. So I lied. Forget that. I can't count. Or remember who's playing. Yeah,
that's great for those guys. They're that's given them the confidence. They've so far in the tournament they lost their first match. And they tied their second match, and so getting a win here is going to be really, really good for those guys. It's going to give them a lot of confidence going into the competition a bit further. Red Dragons, they won their first match against King Barney, but losing this one, it's not the end of the world. They have won one before, and losing one's not terrible, but it means that the pressure is on for their next match, which is later on today.
Oh, for sure. But if Game of Drones pulls this off, they win the game. If they win this round.
Yep.
And it looks like we're going back to Gym Bedroom. Jaeger, Valkyrie, Mute getting switched off for the Mira, Bandit, Castle on defense, Hibana, Zofia, Nomad, Thermite, IQ getting switched off for the Thatcher on attack. Hopefully they have better chance with the Jacuzzi wall than they did last time. Last time they really struggled with trying to get that Jacuzzi wall, and hopefully all of the impacts from Zofia don't get used up. before they're able to take out both of those castle barricades. As if you remember, there was one on the outside window here of Jim, and then there was one on the inside window protecting the bandit. Now hopefully Zofia is able to hold on to all of those to be able to take them out. But there's no guarantees, and maybe something might happen where she might have to use one early.
10 seconds
And
left
here we have
before
Moody just crouch dancing, spinning around, just waiting for
5 seconds remaining.
his job to start, so that way he can start tricking.
Attackers are moving.
Because we all know how bandit mains are. They're full of cocaine. And I'm guessing you're munching on Pringles, so I'll let you get back to it. The round's starting here.
I really did appreciate that.
I'm really glad you enjoyed it. And it looks like everybody's just trying to move around here, trying to potentially go for this jacuzzi wall. And it already sounds like one of those mirrors gets opened up. Still the double mirrors set up here in the bathroom, while Moody is focusing on trying to trick this. And there goes one of the EMPs, not overly certain if it's able to take out any of those bandit batteries. But it looks like Jaeger gets some damage taken off of him, probably from this window right here. But we've got Alice over there, and it sounds like both Zofia charges get used, and there we go. They've used it to open up both castle barricades, so that way the bandit can't trick. And there goes Jacuzzi Wall. Now we've got a solid line of sight in there, but Bernard's got to be careful because that Mira almost took off the head. There goes the C4, but it doesn't quite get through the window of the Mira, and then the EMP takes it out before he can retrieve it. So it looks like we've got some movement coming around here, and we've got Maddox going for this wall leading into bedroom, and the only person that's going to be able to do anything about that is Fly, and he can just sit there hopelessly as that wall gets opened up and he gets droned out, so that way they know where he's at. It looks like another drone's coming around, and that drone goes in and finds the Mira. And Zofia still got 2 of those lifelines, but she's coming around here potentially to meet that Valkyrie. Valkyrie sees her, puts some shots into her, but isn't able to take her down. Pig is able to kill Sly here, and there we go. The Valkyrie goes down, and then Chris is able to take down Big Boy, and then Moody takes down Maddox. It is a 4v3 at the moment. Here, let's back out and see what's going on. Bernard is going for a plant here, and then Chris takes down Bernard so that the diffuser doesn't go down. Copper gets taken out by Chris. It is a 3v1. All it is, the Lonely Nomad with 33 seconds gets shot from the bedroom there of 2 hands, gets shot again and taken out, and Red Dragons
There we go.
back around.
They're
So
really,
they've still got
they
some
really
fight
want
in
this tie. Yeah, absolutely.
still got fight
they
in
want this tie.
I hope to God it's not a tie.
Crazy close. Another tie would be insane. That would mean 4 ties in a row on our matches, and it's. I mean, what can you do? I mean, this is the last round. This is
Regardless.
the last round from these guys, regardless. So, I mean, I can imagine the chats are very intense right now. It's like, we need to do this, we need to do this.
I
get this
believe
sorted.
it. I'm going to pull
And
up the
both teams are
scoreboard
very
real quick.
sweaty.
I just want you to see on Red Dragons, Chris and Moody both breaking double
Wow.
digits.
Insane.
That is ridiculous. It looks like we're going to the opposite side of the map now, to CCTV and Cash, with a Jaeger, Valkyrie, Mute, Bandit, and Castle on defense. Habana, Zofia, Nomad, Thermite, and Thatcher on attack. And ladies and gentlemen, I think this is one of the first rounds so far in this game. We didn't have a 6-pack. Everybody's confident with what they've got. Hopefully it
They're
pans
just not
out,
even
and
bothering
hopefully it
anymore.
works out for them.
Attackers.
Yeah, maybe that's the 6th pick. The 6th pick is not the 6th pick.
The 6-pick is winning the round. That is the 6th pick.
yes. I'd love the 6th pick winning a round. That'd be fantastic.
You know, that would be pretty great.
Jammer activated.
Ugh.
Cam in position.
10 seconds to go.
Sorry for not really saying anything, trying to stretch out, been sitting down too long.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, definitely intense days these.
Oh, yes, for certainly, as some people would say. I would say the Three Stooges would say that.
All right.
If you've never seen it, it's an American comedy group from the 40s. Fantastic. It's all black and white. You love it. So here we go, beginning of the round. So far, nothing really going on, but it looks like we're going to come over towards a jacuzzi. But if you don't see that, right below, we've got two hands. Hearing all of that movement and all of that going on up there, but also we've got the Valkyrie. Not sure if she was seen by the cam, but there was just a cam potentially saw it. There's 3, 4, 5 drones coming in towards her. They know exactly where she is. Copper's being fed so much intel right now on figuring out where this Valkyrie is. It looks like Street's going to come around. Street gets some shots taken off of him. The Valkyrie almost taken out, but Two Hands takes out Copper. And let's see if the Valkyrie's going to be able to take out the Thatcher here. Not high enough on the shots. It was a very good effort, though, but it looks like the Thatcher's going to open up the castle barricade, potentially here, leading into construction. Going to try and drone out, see what's confined, but there is a mute jammer that's going to be able to block his drone's view there. And it looks like right when I get over there, Alice gets taken down by Street, and it sounds like the thermite charge is going to be opening up their end of construction, so everybody in construction is going to have to move out here. Moody's been pushed back. It's a 4v4. And it looks like Street and Pig are trying to move up in through here. We have the thermite coming in for the cash wall going in for there, and it also sounds like we have the Thatcher going to open up that cash room window, or the CCTV room window, I'm sorry. And it looks like Two Hands slowly just coming around the stairs, maybe trying to get a flank in here. And a C4 goes off from Chris, but sadly nothing's there to connect, and it looks like Moody's trying to do some damage here. But Bernard finds out that Two Hands is coming up from behind. It is a 4v3 at the moment. And there we go. Chris takes down Bernard. 3v3 at the time. Pig Boy takes down Chris. Street takes down Moody. It's a 3v1. Same situation as it was last time. Sly by himself with Maddox going for the diffuser. And Sly all by himself. No impacts. And gets taken out by Pig. Game of Drones.
We have a win.
Wins this game on a
That's great for those guys.
6v4.
Brilliant.
Hell of
That's
a
a
game.
great win for those guys.
Back and forth, it felt like. And then finally, just winning that one round. That one round was enough to give them the victory there today.
Fantastic. Right. I guess it's time to take a little break.
Yes, for certainly. Just real quick, I want to give a shout out to Chris and Moody here. 11 kills each for Red Dragons. It was a very good job. Very good effort by them. Just sadly, weren't able to make it there in the end of the round. So, game number 2 of day number 2 of tournament number 2. I don't know how many twos I could throw out at you. But game number 2 goes to Game of Thrones, ladies and gentlemen. We will have a short little break. We will be right back for game number 3, which, if I am not mistaken, should be against Santa and Game of Thrones.
And Game of Thrones again. Yeah.
So hopefully they're not wore out from all of this challenging work that they put in today. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.